Hello and welcome back to Miss Rain. I'm so excited to be in your ears today. Do you ever lie awake at night, replaying all decisions and whispering to yourself, if only I had said something different, if only I had acted sooner, if only I had known better? That voice of guilt is relentless. It says you messed up, you should have done better. And slowly it eats away at your confidence, your joy, even your sense of worth. Maybe you're carrying guilt from a broken relationship, words you can't take back, opportunities you feel you wasted, or even moments where you abandoned yourself. Guilt is sneaky. It disguises itself as responsibility, but really, it traps you in shame and keeps you circling the same story again and again. But here is the truth: guilt doesn't have to be your prison. Forgiveness, real, deep self forgiveness, is possible. And today, we're going to walk through the roots of guilt, what science says about it, how it shapes your life, and most importantly, how you can release it and finally move on. Let's start at the beginning. What is guilt, really? You see, guilt says, I did something bad. Shame says, I am bad. While regret says, I wish I did something differently. The problem is that guilt, when left unchecked, slips easily into shame, and once it does, it feels like a life sentence. Most of us learn guilt as children. It's handed down to us as a way to teach right from wrong. Say sorry to your friend. Don't do that again. And while that has a purpose, over time guilt gets internalized. We begin to believe mistakes equal failure, and failure equals unworthiness. This creates emotional patterns that show up as regret, resentment, even self punishment. You keep circling the same thought. If only I was smarter, kinder, stronger. And guilt convinces you that you're forever bound to your lowest moments. It's kind of like carrying a heavy backpack filled with rocks. Every time you replay a mistake, you throw in another stone, and then you try to climb the mountain of your future with all that weight on your back. Eventually, you collapse, not because you aren't capable, but because you never put the backpack down. Now, let's look at what science tells us about guilt. Psychologists have found that guilt activates the same regions of the brain as physical pain. Your brain literally processes guilt as if you're being hurt. That's why it feels so heavy, so draining. And if we zoom out, guilt was originally a survival mechanism. In tribal times, if you wronged someone, guilt motivated you to repair the relationship. It kept you connected and safe. But in our modern world, guilt often lingers without resolution. Instead of motivating us to act, it paralyzes us. And here is the real danger: prolonged guilt keeps you stuck in rumination. Studies show it's linked to anxiety, depression, insomnia, even physical health issues like a weakened immune system. Your body doesn't know the difference between a danger outside and the danger of a memory inside. To your nervous system, replaying guilt is like reliving the threat over and over. But there is good news, after all. Forgiveness works in the opposite way. When you forgive, your body releases stress hormones and increases oxytocin, the hormone of peace, connection, and safety. So, self forgiveness isn't just emotional, it's a biological reset. Now, how does guilt actually show up in daily life? It might sound like hesitating before a new opportunity and thinking, I don't deserve this. It might show up as struggling to enjoy joy, telling yourself, how can I be happy when I messed up before? It might also sneak in as over apologizing, people pleasing, or trying to make up for something you can't change. Or maybe it looks like sabotaging your own relationships because deep down you don't feel worthy of love. Here is the deeper wound. Guilt tricks you into believing that punishing yourself will somehow redeem the past. But no amount of self punishment changes yesterday, it only steals today. Think of it this way: carrying guilt is like serving a life sentence for a crime you've already been pardoned for. You just don't believe it yet. I want to slow down here and guide you with some reflection. If you can, please grab a journal or just let these questions sit with you for a moment. Where in your life are you still holding onto guilt? What story do you keep telling yourself about what you should have done differently? If your best friend came to you with the same guilt, what would you say to them? And why don't you offer yourself that same compassion? Can you acknowledge that you made the best choice you could at the time with the knowledge and resources you had then? And most importantly, what's one small way you can show yourself today that you are no longer that version of you? Take a deep breath as you sit with these. Even asking the questions begins to soften guilt's grip. So, how do you begin forgiving yourself today? Let me offer you a simple path forward. First, name the guilt. Don't let it stay in the shadows. Call it out. Then, reframe the story. Remind yourself, I did the best I could with what I knew then. From there, shift from punishment to learning. Instead of saying, I failed, ask, what did this teach me? Create a small ritual of release. Maybe write a letter to your past self and let it go. And finally, practice daily compassion. Speak to yourself the way you'd speak to someone you truly love. And because I know this can feel big, I created a little gift for you to guide the process: the Self Forgiveness Journal. It's a short set of powerful journal prompts to help you release guilt and reclaim peace because you deserve it. You can grab it through the link in the show notes. It's completely free and it's my way of supporting you beyond this episode. Remember, forgiveness isn't about erasing the past, it's about refusing to let it change your future. You are not who you were when you made that mistake. You are who you are becoming, and today you get to choose freedom. And if this episode resonated with you, I'd love for you to take just one of these steps this week and let me know how it shifts things for you. Until next time, stay graceful, stay powerful, and always wear your crown.